It's the guy we keep pulling stuff from. Alright, I'll keep it down now so it doesn't fuck you up. I can do this whole thing with headphones on. That's fine. That's why I need that splitter thing though.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to ADD, Attention Deficit Drumming. That last song was in 6/8, and I got lost in it about 10 times.
Nice.
And a magic trick that I learned a long time ago. Actually, I didn't use this one. They say when in doubt, roll. Like if you lose your place, or you could just kind of give yourself free time. What I did is I just kept I guess it was the 8th note going, because each section was a little different, and I wasn't sure where it was going. So I just kept either the 8th note going and trying to find where those kicks were. It had this. And I'm just faking it. That tune that Robbie put up, thanks, buddy. I don't really know it. I've heard it a few times, and I was a little lost. Woo! So we're going to do some stuff today. I just came from a session, and I had to play some stuff that I wasn't as comfortable with because it's not totally in my wheelhouse of style, at least in the last couple years. I've always been when I'm playing an 8th note groove, or the hi-hats, I always tend to, and I'm used to playing a quarter note pulse, like that, where the one note is louder. I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and what they wanted in the tune, it was almost, if you know the group Missing Persons, this is what they wanted me to sound like. They wanted to sound like Terry Bozzio. Missing Persons. Walking in L.A., nobody walks in L.A. Really?
Okay.
Yeah. Really stiff hi-hat. Instead of this, they wanted, and there was no hi-hat mic. It was just the overheads, and then the snare was picking up some of it. So I also had to play fairly aggressive. It really wore me out because they wanted 8 notes on the kick drum. Well, this is what it started as. This is what I tried doing at first until they gave me direction. And it was great because the producer knew what he was talking about and could actually tell me what he wanted and gave good examples. He wasn't saying, play it purple, or something weird like that. So it started like this. And then he wanted 8th notes, so. And then they're like, no, we want robot hi-hat. So they wanted this. And that's how I had to play it. Very stiff. it did a ton of takes, and it really started wearing my hand out. And, well, here, I'll just play a little more. They wanted, and he very, very specific on how tight I was playing the hi-hat. So as a drummer, this is where a lot of drummers will run into problems if they get into the studio. You know, everybody's worried about timing. You got to have your timing together, but you also have to be able to take direction, and you have to interpret what people say, because not everybody can give you the best directions. Like I said, a color. I've had that more than once where they're like, I want it blue, or I need it fuchsia. I'm feeling this artistic, and I've got to figure out what they mean. Well, he said to me, and this was great, this is my buddy Troy, he goes, looking for Terry Bozzio straight eighth hi-hats, a little bit open. So he wanted in the verse, the intro part and in the chorus, slightly open. Very picky about it. He wanted it, it was hard to keep it even. Then verse. And to keep it going for a whole song at that aggressive pace is very difficult, or it's very difficult for me. I'm sure there's a lot of young, hip, cool drummers who aren't 1,000 years old that don't get tired. But I even noticed I started losing some time later in the song, and then very specific on certain fills and certain things, and luckily we could punch in, but we were trying to get full takes like we do here, right? Hey?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So that's it on that. I mean, that was the beat. It was just playing it very aggressive, and well, he did have the bridge. I had to do this hi-hat opening on the ands, like. Yeah, that was the fill I did. It was nice.
Brian.
Yes. Anybody have any questions or anything?
Ooh, questions.
That's all I had on that drum beat.
Dear T-Mad, would
read
like to know if you could move the microphone closer to your mouth.
Oh. Like this?
Hello.
So you could hear your lovely breath.
My name is a Dogboy.
I mean, do you think maybe also you could make the adjustments on your end and boost his volume a little bit?
But then I realized,
Hey.
you know, we could get very crunchy. This is funny.
That's my.
Oh,
Jeez.
gosh. Oh, hey.
That's my
hang
old
on.
man cough.
Tell him. He's
Or
right
laugh.
there.
I'm right here.
No,
I'm right
not
here.
you. Jake
Oh.
ordered a pizza, and this guy
Pizza.
over here doesn't know what to do about it. It's ridiculous here. It's complete mayhem.
All right, I'm going to do an exercise right now.
This supposed to be
Exercise.
blowing my head.
Now
What
I've
a
got to think
pizza
of an
and
exercise.
exercise.
I came in
That's
totally
ridiculous.
totally unprepared today, as
Hey.
normal. Ooh, okay. I'm going to try this. This is difficult.
Is
And
it
after
a paradiddle?
It's a
If
five-
it's not, I don't even want to hear it.
It's a five-a-diddle. You know what? I'm going to do paradiddles with this. So this is extremely difficult. The pattern is with the feet, and it's in 5. It's right, left, right, left, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I count it da, din, da, din, da, din, da, din. Here it is. Boy, I have not practiced this. Boy, da, da,
Turkey.
Then we try to do something, or here, we'll do paradiddles. We'll do paradiddles, everybody. I hope.
Both?
God, I haven't. This is really hard. All right, so I want my hands to play the same note value as the feet. So if I'm playing, needs to be. So right now I'm just doing singles. Now paradiddles. That is a very difficult exercise. Now check this out. If I can do this, we will. Everybody should try this one. I'm going to try to change the note value of the paradiddles.
That's a good idea.
So you hear, I'm accenting the first note of the paradiddle. Paradiddle. The whole exercise to me is all about those accents. That's how I keep track of what I'm doing or how it relates to the 5 pattern with the feet. So. So that's playing like quarter notes, I guess, against that. Now we could go to triplets. Let's see. I have to think of this. And that's what I did. I can't talk and do it. Now. That's, to me, one of the hardest exercises to do, to change those paradiddles, or really whatever pattern. You could do 5 and 5 at the same time. I'll play it at the same value first, and I'll play the ride cymbal. I'll change it.
Holy.
Yeah, that's hard. That's really hard. Because I'm going from 8th notes with the hands and the feet, and then I switch up to the triplet, and then to the 16th note, and then the 16th note triplet. I think I went up to that. Then we can take it and we can keep changing it. So now we're going to try 7 with the hands against the 5 with the feet. Again, this is the 7 pattern. Not again, this is the first time I'm showing this to you. It's right, left, right, left, right, left, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now with the feet going. Tough. So that's playing 5 against 7, and then metrically modulating the 7. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
That's funny.
Well, where's the beginning?
I don't know.
Here.
Yo, what was that? Robbie, you on chat?
Oh yeah.
That one was
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
That was good.
I was feeling it. I played
can I
that
get the
different than I
CD?
normally would. I was trying over the bar line things where I don't even know.
Sounded good, man.
Since I had to play all this really that kind of stuff today, I wanted to open it up. Let a little of the Dogboy out. I'm feeling it.
So how many tracks did you do at the other place?
Really, it was. It started out as just a test to try drums at his little studio, and then we got drum sound so quick he just started throwing up songs. He's like, "Hey, check this thing out, and this thing, and this thing." He's like, "Let's try this one," and we ended up doing really 1.5 songs. I did one whole song, and then I had to get here, so I started trying another one. That was just this. Played that one pass through and then loaded the drums up and came here.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right, baby, because this is where the importantness is.
Well, you got some drums in the car?
Yes. Yeah, I got a kit that I just refinished last night. Pearl kit that I peeled the plastic coating off and then put stuff on it and made it look pretty.
Does it sound good?
It sounds pretty good. It's a, what's it made of?
Birch.
Yes, it's a birch kit. So it has a higher fundamental tone. It's thicker shells.
Right.
It's more jazzy sounding.
Uh-huh.
But it sounded all right. It's not big and fat like these bad boys, which are all Canadian hard rock maple with super thin shells. Like
Is everybody writing that down?
yeah, these ones are like like 1/10 of an inch thick. They're super duper thin. I don't know if you can see. You actually can't. Maybe I can.
Don't do it.
No, there's a crack in the bass drum from a singer named Kevin Martin, who decided, "Oh, my wife's calling. Let me hang up on her."
He dropped an
No, answer the
egg
phone.
on the
Answer the
shelf.
phone. Let's hear what she says.
I should have. But he was last night of a tour playing in Texas, and it was the singer from Candlebox. It was his tour, and he got really hammered and was going to smash a guitar at the end of the show. And it was, we had Vinnie Paul, the drummer, and
Vinnie Paul
and Dimebag Darrell, a month before he was shot,
Rest
were
in
there
peace.
partying with us. We just got wrecked. And he put a guitar through the bass drum. And then my drum tech at the time just kind of glued it together. Woo! There. That's one of the old days stories.
That's
doing
a good
this.
story.
You by Candlebox. Boy, my left hand cannot play today, but that's the beat. Hold on.
We gotta put together like the ultimate jam.
What's with all these different people?
Well, nah, I mean we're not gonna
Yes.
get
Some
Vinnie
of 'em.
Paul here. I mean we don't want to make you look bad,
Right.
but
Dimebag Darrell's not coming back to life.
easy,
Oh.
easy.
He's not.
We don't. We just yeah.
I respect that.
All right. I'm saying get what's his name from Candlebox.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the bass player, Adam, lives like 2 miles away from here.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great bass player. Oh, yeah, he's a great bass player.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
All right. Teach us
Sorry.
something.
All right, so we did like
Anything.
the crazy stuff in 5.
Doesn't even have to be drums.
How do I
Let's see.
learn to do the crazy stuff? Like, what steps do I need to take?
Okay,
to
you
become
know what?
crazy?
Well, most of this stuff comes down to, good question, by the way, is technique.
You get a gold star, Ben. Way to go.
Right. And I come from the feet up. That's how I grew up playing. It was all about the right foot. I had a really crummy drum kit, and I started developing the right foot. I had a good pedal, and the bass drum sounded okay or felt okay. So I worked on like just getting the feel of the pedal. Like here I'm just sliding back and forth. I'm trying to use no effort. I'm using my toe to keep control of that stroke. So that's what I first started doing, was just getting this where I'm tapping it, sliding it, and tapping it again. And I'm trying to find the best feel for that pedal. That turned into how I do the double. It became this. And I'm doing this with no effort. It's tap and then drop forward. And you'll notice viewers, that I go to a flat foot position. I do that because I don't want to be up here all the time. I will use this, but I find I can control it better, and I got...
Holy cow.
Did you have a question?
So what's a good pedal?
Oh, man. The DW9000 I really like.
Okay.
But this is a old Yamaha strap pedal. I've always liked the cheap Yamaha pedals, and that just is because I played them while growing up. My first pedal was a Ludwig Speed King. Had 2 springs on the side that were in the pedal, and it was a great pedal. And that's where I developed that. You see how that foot slides? You could do it like this too. That's heel toe, although my foot's a little too big. I'm dropping it and then stepping down. Drop. I'm more comfortable with the slide. There's also side to side. This pedal doesn't react as well because of the strap. The strap will move a little bit. But I'll go where I'm bouncing my toe and I'm using my leg pivoting, which gives me like... And I'm trying to get 3s. Where I'll do 2 back and then 1 forward.
It's called the bottom foot.
Yeah. Since you said that,
The bottom foot?
yeah, because here's the one pattern, and I might have shown this just the other week. It was it. I practiced this all the time. Right hand, just a single hit, and then foot, a triplet. And I would just throwing in the snare drum. 1, 2. Switch it to left hand. And maybe using the tom. Now you'll notice my left foot, I'm doing what's called toe heel splash. These are all little techniques that you can use to do more advanced stuff. And the part about this is you have to do it so much that it becomes second nature. Something that I noticed in my own recording from years ago, I was able to play a lot of these patterns, but I wasn't so comfortable where it just would come out fluid and natural and comfortable. It was kind of forced, even though it was working. But when I would listen back to recordings, I could hear that. Like, it wasn't super consistent, or it rushed and pushed. It didn't flow very nice. So you really have to work at like that toe heel thing. I'm just bouncing the heck out of it. And then I would work right foot, like work different patterns. So while this is going, and everybody seems to leave their left foot out. Again. Ah!
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
There's a lot going down there.
Dude, so what's going on right there? I totally just hear my breath the whole time.
You can turn it. You can move it back. I fixed it using the technology.
You gotta eat the mic next time.
Yeah.
So the real exercise that I was doing there was trying to keep that foot going the whole time. Left foot. And then I'm trying to play whatever pops into my head around the drum kit. Doing different patterns, different things that just, whatever pops in, whatever I think of, I'm going to try. I was doing triplets, regular triplets, doubling triplets, which is just triplet, triplet. While keeping this foot going, or in this case I was doing the toe heel splash, which will give you different colors, the different palette. And really it's just a pure exercise. I'm trying to keep that going, trying to do everything that can pop in. I'm doing singles between the hand and the foot. Either hand. Did we just do this one? No.
Please be sure to submit your dog tracks to the robot.
This one goes out to all the single ladies. You can feel free to call it a nap. That's right, baby. Do that thing you do.
That was beautiful.
Uh-huh.
That was all right. That was
okay.
all right. I had
All
some
right.
stinky poopers in there for sure.
There was definitely some Cleveland steamers in there for sure.
Dude, yeah. The ideas are not flowing as well today. I don't know why. That's why I'm
Am I distracting you?
No, I like it when you talk to me in my ear.
Am I distracting you?
No. Say it again.
What are we doing? Tracking.
Ooh. I'm thinking. I just have no ideas. I'm going to show you a quick lick. So 2 at the bass drum. And then the tom. That's the whole lick. But
Good night, everybody.
right, you do it really quick, and your end note is really your first note. It's a pickup. You go, or the other way, like. Just use it like a kickoff. I guess that kind of comes from the Motown. I love that. That was my super foot drum lick in high school. I go. Trying to get that. It's like a rough, like this. So I'm going right, left with the hand. It's a drag, I guess, is really what it's called. Is it a drag or a rough? I don't know. I'm just a drummer. I don't know these drummer words. You can reverse it. That's amazing. That's cool. What do you want to see, Robbie? What do you want? What would you like to hear?
I want to see a flying unicorn singing La Bamba. All right.
That's the La Bamba beat, buddy.
let's figure this out. Hey, Benjamin Buttons, do we have a dog tracks?
Do we have a dog track?
We do?
I don't know.
We should have one.
We should have one.
We should have one.
We should have one.
I'm going to start.
We should have one.
Can you check on that for us?
I'm checking right now.
Right now. Yeah, anybody that's in here, if you guys got a song you guys want to submit, feel free to send it to dogtracks@mintpotion.com.
You know who would know?
Who knows? Sophie?
Sophie, I think. Would
Is Sophie
know.
even on? I haven't seen her at all.
Sophie is very busy. She's like Santa Claus.
Oh, wait, yeah,
Can't
she's got school today,
expect her
doesn't
be
she?
everywhere.
Paradiddle diddle. Cat and the fiddle.
Where?
Cow jumped over the moon.
Hey, I don't even. Oh gosh, this is my bad. I don't have the dog tracks email on my phone, so I can't just like.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, dude.
All right, paradiddle diddle.
Oh, no.
Paradiddle diddle.
No,
You
no.
have one?
Cat and the fiddle.
Search for dog tracks in your email.
In my email.
Yeah, in studio.
All right, well, you know, while we're looking for this.
Let's play a song. Let's play this out.
something.
Do it. Didn't we just do
Another
a song?
foot pattern.
Foot patterns.
Triplets.
Let's do it. I will show your foot to the people who are.
Oh,
foot
here I've
onlookers.
got one. I've done this on here before, but
What you got?
I saw Steve Smith do this. It's he goes still in 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you try to go up. You play groups of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So watch this. If I could. I'm doing all these things that I haven't practiced. I'm not going to do the double right now. I'm just. So you use the foot. That is your quarter note. So first, you'll go. That's 1. Then you go 2 and 3 at the same time. Now we're at 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same as the feet. 4. 5. 6. 7 7's going to be the hard one for me. There it is. 8. Now 9. Woo!
Brian.
That might be the hardest one.
Hello.
Yes.
I have a question
Yes.
from Mr. Mad Brain.
Yes.
What is the craziest place to hit on a drum set?
What do you, craziest place to hit?
Underneath the snare with
That's
your tippy toe.
With the undershot. He's ruddy bid.
Dude, that's tough. That's pretty crazy. Or
That's a Buddy Rich thing, I thought. Yeah.
yeah, that's the Buddy Rich does that.
Yeah. The other one
Every
with
single time
the
I see
snare
somebody
was-
like using their sticks on a floor tom, or I'm sorry, a kick drum, reminds me of this guy came into the studio and he played double bass, but he had triggers on his kick, but he played so lightly that the triggers wouldn't trigger at all. Like there'd be nothing there. But he was in marching band. So what we did after he laid down like 2 tracks, we actually just flipped the kick drum over and just had him just put marching band on top of it. It turned out great. Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, that bass drum sounds massive. What other crazy places to hit are there? Right here.
This is a good game.
Look. I have stuff. Dude,
So
it's
do you
the
got any
craziest
bear
show.
stories, Brian?
No new ones. No new bear stories. Do we have anything?
Then what's the point of even
I don't
living there if you don't have any bear stories?
I
you know?
told my bear stories today while I was recording when I took a break. The room next to the room we were doing drums in, it's Foley artists doing. If you don't know what Foley is, it's like the overdubbing of people walking and making steps and thunder and that they layer in.
I think Matt just like his ears just perked as soon as he heard Foley. Foley?
So I told those
Foley?
guys all about the awesome bear stories. The awesome bear stories. God, this is the most boring show today.
It's not that bad. I
It's-
mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad.
It's for you.
It's, only you.
Oh, so that triplet thing, the thing that we were just doing, right, left, left, right, left, left. If you notice, every time I do a different grouping, I've got to fit that in to where that bass drum is. So I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2, and then when I do 3, it's got to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up. And then you're playing that against the triplet. But really, my brain is just hearing this, and I'm playing everything against the bass drum. What makes it hard is this darn left foot. So you can do some crazy stuff.
Those
Watch
are our
this.
hamburgers.
So my left foot is going, let me show you. I got to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bop, 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 bop. 7. Bop, 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 bop. Woo! I think today is all about the most difficult patterns. So I might as well show you one other one that was really tough for me. Again, we earlier did triplets this way. Look. I'm John
I
Bonham.
can't handle it. I can't handle it.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Jeez, every song's a difficult one.
Teach us.
Uh-uh.
Bum, bum. I feel like I know it. Bum, bum.
Mine's
Oh.
delayed, so I sound poor with rhythm.
Don't ruin the song, Ben. Oh.
That was
I didn't remember
lovely.
the ending, but there was some good stuff in there.
Yeah, there was.
I was trying to do fours.
One-handed four-stroke roll.
All right,
Then
well,
I was
hey,
stealing from Neil Peart.
we got good news. We got a dog track.
We do.
Yes.
Nice.
We got one.
Who's the lucky dog?
Here.
Me, I'm the lucky dog because I get to play on something.
Let me see. It was Troy Hardy.
Are you
Sweet.
serious?
Do you know who that is?
That's who I just did a session with today.
Awesome.
Are you? So he's watching right now.
Ah!
So he sent you the song to finish.
That's yeah.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
All right, BPM. BPM is 151.
Yeah.
That little bit of extra feel.
Ah,
All right.
I love you, Troy.
Okay, Troy. Thank you so much for saving the next show.
Dude, that's
I have a
All
question.
right, so let's go ahead.
from
Let's
chat.
just play out right now, and let's get set up for the next show. Well, we should be back on around
Yo,
7:05 ish.
instead of the question or the track, maybe you can play back something. I don't know. I have a question from Mr. Madbrain that I think Brian can address really quickly.
Sure.
Maybe.
Address,
Um,
not address. Address.
I
Tomato.
excuse me.
tomato.
Tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
So we're talking about feel and the feel of that song, right? There's this heavy downbeat and snare on 3, and what's going on with? We're talking about kind of off the grid beats, pockets. What's up?
You mean like on the tune we just did there?
Yeah,
It was like
the feel. Yeah.
really the way I'm approaching that is I'm taking a fairly simple idea because it has that boop boop bop boop boop bop, and so I start from there. Just so I'm making sure that that's my foundation, or basically. Then I'm playing all around it. I'm making sure I hit that backbeat and those 2 kicks, and I'm doing almost a linear beat. But so, and it comes. I'm trying to think of where it has a certain. I mean, from that, I'm hearing oh, I know where I'm getting the basic ideas from a Jeff Porcaro thing that he did on his drum video. It was. I gotta remember. So that's just a pattern I had learned. He uses more toms that he did on some song, and I hear that. And I'm taking that same sort of sticking pattern I'm doing here, which is really just rolling down the toms. I'm doing a double. And then a paradiddle. Paradiddle! Drink, everyone! Let's see. Do paradiddle. Yeah, against, really, on this song, I'm just holding it down. So I'm taking that same. And I'm doing old marching band exercises, fill-ins. I'm really thinking about the backbeat and what the hi-hat's doing. And it takes me away from your normal or really 3 kicks, or that's kind of my grid pattern, but that sounds lame. And as long as you can keep the flow of that going, the boom, boom, bop, boom, boom, bop, and then I start going, bop, boom, 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 bop, bop. That's exactly how I'm thinking in my head.